my goodness. So last night we were in Oklahoma City, and tonight we're in Kansas City, and it's totally different because I know a lot of faces out there, and it's so fun. Hi, I am Jacqueline Stanley. I am a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, the health and happiness company. And who doesn't want that, right? Isn't that what life's all about? Health and happiness. And I am so excited to be here tonight and to share with you guys more about this amazing company, the opportunity that we have to offer, and our life-changing products. And I'm so lucky that I get to do this with this girl right here. You guys are missing out because last night we matched like to a T, like down to our perfume without even knowing it. Like it was weird. So
it's weird for us that we're like not matching.
We're not looking in the mirror at it, yeah. But that's we're still gonna have fun, and we're excited to be here in Kansas City. So.
Yes, ditto to all that. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I feel like I am a stranger in y'all's town because so many of you are on Emily and Jacqueline's team. So I'm just curious, if you are on Emily and Jacqueline's team, just raise your hand. Wow. Had they not said yes to Plexus, y'all wouldn't be sitting here. So it's really powerful to see. But yes, my name is Lynn Allen. I'm a Diamond Ambassador from Neptune Beach, Florida. Neptune Beach is basically Jacksonville, Florida. And I'm very honored and thankful to be here with you guys tonight just so we can share more of our passion and love of Plexus, and just so you guys hear our hearts of why we love it so much and why it's changed our lives, just like Emily said, what if. So we just want you guys to have open minds tonight, open hearts of what if this could change everything for you. And we are going to give you guys a night of sharing some amazing testimonials and our belief in our products and our opportunity, and helping you guys learn more about why we were so crazy passionate about Plexus. And it's kind of funny, we all three have a very similar story of being skeptics. Not everybody's a skeptic when they join our teams. I've got some people that are not skeptical at all. But we three happen to be skeptical. So a little bit about my story. I started Plexus a little over 4 years ago. Like I said, very skeptical. But I was a tired mama. I, at the time, had an 18-month-old little girl, and I have 2 girls now. They're 5 and 2, and very busy, like Emily said. And just with one, it was a huge change for me in my body, and I was just tired. And I had even gone so far as to go to a natural holistic doctor because I thought something was genuinely wrong with me. And he did blood work, hormone testing, and he's like, "You are perfectly healthy." And he literally said to me, "My wife just had a baby 4 months ago. This is just what it's going to be like to be a mom." And I was like, I don't really want to accept that because I was tired, I was moody, I wasn't sleeping well. I just didn't feel like I was a good mom to this new little baby that I was so excited to have. I wasn't, wanting to go to the park and do all these fun things that we see other moms doing. So I decided to give Plexus a try, and I signed up as an ambassador because I love the best deal. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking to myself, this $34.95 that we're going to talk a little bit about later on in the evening, that $34.95 was going to allow me the opportunity to build a really successful business if I decided to share with people. And I wasn't sure I was going to do that, but I knew, okay, what if? So I'm just going to sign up as this ambassador thing, and I'm probably going to spend $100 and this stuff's not going to work. And I got proved very wrong. About a week into my Plexus products, I was in love. I was a totally different mom, wife, person. So many things were changing for me. I wasn't tired anymore. I wasn't eating a bowl of ice cream every night after dinner, even though I wasn't hungry. My skin was starting to clear up, and people were starting to take notice. And I really was just so busy in, being a mom, and I was also still in real estate at the time. That's part of my background before Plexus. I had come into the business with my mom, who was a top producing realtor for my whole life. And so that was my goal and dream. I was like, wow, I finally get to work with my mom and take over her business. And it was wonderful until I had a child. And every time I had to go work or go show a house, and everyone thinks being a realtor is glamorous and you're at Target at noon, and I might be at Target at noon, but I'm out showing houses till 10 o'clock at night. And I was missing time with my husband and my little baby girl, and that just wasn't worth it to me anymore. And I was making a really good income in real estate, but no amount of money could bring back those memories that I was going to miss if I was going to keep on that path. And I never envisioned myself as a stay-at-home mom. I always thought, I'm gonna be the career woman, I'm gonna have a nanny, and I'm just gonna keep working. And they say everything changes when you have that baby in your arms. And everything changed. That day I had my daughter Scotland, and I looked at my husband and I said, I don't know if I can go back to work. And he about had a heart attack. So it was really in all perfect timing that 18 months later, Plexus came into my life, because prior to that, I was very closed-minded to this business. I said no to a lot of my friends that did other companies, but this just felt right, and I knew these products were different. I quickly saw that this business was different, and it has changed everything for my family. And you'll see in a little bit our income disclosure. If you're not an ambassador and you're not familiar with that, I'm a diamond and my husband's an emerald, and it has 100% changed everything for our life. And I tell people I am crazy passionate about our products, but our business is crazy amazing, and I am a little bit more passionate about our business because that's what's changed our lives. That's what's lifted that weight of the debt and just the struggles, and now we can dream big of this life we can have with our children without this huge stress on us. So that is our hope, that we are able to share with you guys, that if you're feeling those same ways and can relate it all to Jacqueline and I's stories and the stories you're going to hear tonight, that you just think, okay, what if this is for me? Because we're here to tell you it is, because we never thought it would be for us, and it turned out that anyone with a work ethic and a drive and a dream can be successful at this, if you have a really big reason behind you why you want to be successful with this. And I forgot to mention, I'm so thankful for all of you guys that came as a guest tonight, that you trusted your friend that brought you here, because they brought you for a reason. So we just wanted to kind of recognize you guys. If you are a guest tonight and not an ambassador with us, can you guys just stand up really quick? Thank you for trusting your friend and coming along with them tonight.
Yes.
So Jacqueline is going to share her story now.
So when Plexus came to me, I said no for a little while, right? I said no for just a little while, Emily. At the time, I was a new stay-at-home mom of two busy little kiddos, 22 months apart. Prior to that, I had been an 8th grade social studies teacher for 9 years, and that teaching salary and 2 kids in daycare was like a wash. So it only made sense for me to be home. That was not what I envisioned for myself. That sounded scary. I could handle the stinky 8th graders, but 2 little Stanley offspring was frightening. So I adjusted, and I thought I was doing okay. I was trying to eat healthy. I was working out really hard, at least 5 days a week at the gym, and then maybe snapping at my kids a little too much, and maybe holding on to a little bit of baby weight. I'm not really sure why though. My day started off awesome, going to the gym, eating healthy, putting the kids down for a nap, plopping down on the couch, turning on Real Housewives of Insert City, and cracking open lemon Oreos. Oh, lemon Oreos, that was my downfall. Eat a whole row of those and a Diet Dr. Pepper. And I don't know why that weight wouldn't come off. It was the weirdest thing. So finally, after my youngest had turned 1, I finally decided to hear Emily out and give this a shot. I signed up as a wholesale ambassador because I wanted the best discount, but I wasn't going to work the business. I already knew about network marketing, and it wasn't that I thought it was horrible or weird. It was that I was not meant to do it. I thought it was awesome for the people that could. I had done it before. I had tried really hard with a company, worked really hard for a year, and when it came time for the 1099s to come out, I didn't get one because I didn't earn one. You have to earn $600 in a year to get a 1099, so I already knew that I was not cut out for network marketing, but kudos to those people that were. So I wasn't going to work the business. Well, I heard a little bit about the compensation plan. I heard a little bit about how the business model worked, and I thought, well, maybe I can try this out. We'll just see. I was already at home, so I didn't need to, retire from my job. Just see if I could bring in a few extra $100 maybe to not feel guilty if I wanted to get a pedicure or go to dinner with my friends. Well, my first paycheck was life-changing. I definitely met what I wanted to do, several $100s, and it continued to grow from there. I'm not going to lie, it took a lot of hard work to get where I've gotten to, but you guys, I had a basement full of teaching stuff that I had set aside because I was going to go back to teaching once my kids were in school. I got rid of that teaching stuff. I'm not going back. And that's amazing. You think when the kids are in school, then what's a mom to do? They need to keep themselves busy. They need to work. Well, I now have a kindergartner, and I have been there for, I'm going to tear up.
I know.
Because I'm looking at familiar faces. I've been there for every one of her parties at school. I have gotten to go as a field trip volunteer. Like, these are the things when your kids are in school. If you're working, it's hard to get there for that stuff. So I've quickly realized the importance of continuing to be home when the kids are in school. And that time period actually was extended when I got my surprise Plexus baby, number 3. And she's 18 months now. I've got a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and an 18-month-old. And I'm not going back to teaching as much as I loved it. My future is Plexus. I can work this in the nooks and crannies of my day. If I need to rearrange it because I've got to pick up a sick kiddo, or I want to be there for the winter party, I'm there. And it's awesome. And it's just changed everything for my family. So that's my story. Oh man, I didn't tear up last night, but it's all these familiar smiling faces that just kind of get me. Okay, so let's go back. What is Plexus? My clicker girl.
Yes.
You're my clicker girl. It's an important job, you guys. So. All right, so what is Plexus? As I said earlier, it is a health and happiness company. And I really love that. That, like I said, those are the 2 things that we really want in our lives, right? And so many of us take steps towards improved health, but a lot of times we kind of put happiness on the back burner. And so I like that that is a major part of what Plexus wants to deliver. So I love our mission statement. Again, it throws in the health and happiness here. We enhance the health and happiness of those who support, promote, and use our products. So as Plexus ambassadors, we educate people on how to become healthier. And our mission in helping people improve their health is by addressing these things. To remove the harmful substances while supporting the body's natural detoxing process. To replenish your gut with beneficial probiotics. And I know you guys have seen probiotics. It's such a buzzword right now in the health world as they're discovering the importance of an improved microbiome or gut health. Rebalance your body with our triplex system and reward yourself through our generous compensation plan by sharing our products with your friends and family.
It's not working. Okay. So here are some stats that kind of go along with what Jacqueline was saying. Did you guys all know that 85% of Americans wake up tired? I mean, that's not shocking, right? I think all of us who are in this room, maybe not on Plexus, are tired, but I know myself before Plexus, I was dragging every single day. 60% of Americans are overweight or obese. So many people are struggling with their weight. It's hard because people like Oreos.
Yeah.
So it's really, really hard. I mean, I'm a foodie, so I know, love food. Plexus has helped tremendously with that. And 60% of Americans have gut dysbiosis. And gut dysbiosis just means that your gut is completely off balance and out of whack. And so when you have that, these are some of the signs of being unbalanced in your gut. Bloating, gas, indigestion, immune challenges, which a lot of people we saw with like the flu season alone. Knock on wood, I did not get the flu. And everybody around me had the flu. Skin concerns that can manifest in different ways, and poor mood or moodiness or just crankiness. And I think a lot of us can identify with that. So that list was pretty telling for me because I had every single one of those on the list before Plexus, even though I was doing all the right things. I was like Jacqueline, I was eating super clean, super healthy. I went as far as vegan, which if y'all don't know, it's like no cheese, meat. I was like a gluten-free vegan too. That lasted about a week. But but I tried really hard and I worked out, and I still I had this a missing piece. What I was doing was not working because I was still having all of these problems. And we have a short little video for you guys on the triplex.
You know that feeling when something in your body is just off? Gas, bloating, immune challenges, mood swings, indigestion, weight gain. Your gut plays a big role in your overall health. In fact, 70% of the cells needed for a healthy immune system and 90% of your mood-enhancing serotonin originate in your gut. Gut flora also impacts your digestive health, your metabolism, and even your weight. Food, lifestyle choices, and the environment can harm your gut. But there is something that can help. Introducing Plexus Triplex. It's the supercharged boost your gut needs to improve your health from the inside out. Triplex works in 3 ways. It removes harmful microbes and substances, supporting your body's natural detoxification processes. It restores a healthy balance to your intestinal tract and replenishes with 2 billion beneficial microorganisms in every capsule. And it rebalances, helping your microbiome thrive while helping support healthy glucose metabolism. Triplex's breakthrough system is the key to a healthy gut and a happier life without all the gas, bloating, indigestion, and mood swings. Sounds great, right? And by the way, Triplex has also been clinically shown to promote weight loss. You won't just feel better, you'll have something to show for it. With scientifically supported ingredients and innumerable benefits, it's the smartest choice you can make for your gut, your health, and your life. Plexus Triplex. A better life begins in the gut.
All right, so as you guys heard in that video, our products, the Plexus Triplex, has been clinically proven to promote weight loss. So in that study, there were 175 subjects, and they were either given the Triplex or they were given a placebo. And those who used our Plexus Slim twice a day, along with the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse, lost an average of 7.21 pounds, while the group that was on the placebo lost an average of 0.19 pounds. And this was in 8 weeks, within 8 weeks. So you can see here that the Plexus Triplex system is not one of those fad, quick weight loss things where you're going to gain it all back. This is a slow, steady, effective, long-term weight loss system that has been clinically proven to work. All right, so we talk a lot about the Triplex because it's one of the most popular combos, but it's not all that we've got. We have some amazing products, and we've got them displayed down here. All of our products are of the top quality. They are amazing. They're going to address health concerns that so many Americans face today. All of our products are gluten-free, so that would have fit in, right? With
oh yeah, I'm still doing that. Yeah.
And they're free of toxic ingredients. Many of our products are also non-GMO and vegetarian. So when you're using our products, you can be confident in the fact that these are superior, top-notch, clean supplements. So with that, you guys, this is like my favorite part when we get to hear from some real people in the audience that have had real results with our products. So I am so excited for who you guys get to hear from. We are going to hear from Nikki Schweitzer as she shares her journey with Plexus.
I do not speak in front of big audiences, so I don't know how I got suckered into this. But so a little bit about my journey. My name is Nikki Schweitzer. I'm a Gold Ambassador with Plexus. I had just had my second kid. They were 15 months apart. So I had been watching Jacqueline, and she was posting on Facebook, and she would come to volleyball, and my husband would give her a hard time if anything happened. Oh, why don't you sprinkle a little Plexus on it? And we all laughed because we thought it was funny, and then she kept doing really well, and we were like, whoa, what is this Plexus? And then my good friend Kelsey Walsh, she had also started the products. I hadn't seen her in about a month. She came to visit me after I had my daughter, and I looked at her and I was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You look amazing. She was like, oh, I'm doing the Plexus, Jacqueline's got me on it. So a couple months later, I was like, well, I could lose a little baby weight. So I kind of had looked into the products. I am a nurse practitioner, so of course I really looked into the products. And so I started the Triplex, and within a couple of weeks, I actually noticed things I wasn't originally looking for, and that was just regularity in my digestive system, and that for me was huge. I always struggled with that my whole life. And then months went on, and I noticed that I was losing inches, so that was a perk. And then finally, the big thing for me was my husband, who had always suffered from digestive issues. He has some really funny stories. And once he got on the BioCleanse and the ProBio 5, I made him commit to 60 days because you get a 60-day money-back guarantee, so he wasn't going to be out anything. I even made him keep a calendar on the refrigerator. It was that ridiculous. Because he was a skeptic too. And so within a couple of weeks, he was feeling so much better. And honestly, when he told people, he was telling people about the products, they were sad that he wasn't going to have any funny poop stories. And I was like, that's terrible. So 2 years later, he's still on the products. No real funny stories since then. So that was like life-changing for our family. And I can go on. He ended up having labs drawn. He turned 40 and everything started falling apart, and so I put him on the Plexus Slim and the Block, and within a few months his glycemic index and his blood sugars were in a much better shape, so that was also very beneficial for our family. And that's kind of whenever I started sharing the products. I just was telling people. I feel like it comes up in so many conversations, different issues people are having, and within, oh my gosh, once I started telling people, it was maybe a month, and Kelsey called and she's like, you just promoted to silver. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means. So she kind of told me a little bit about it, and I was a little bit interested, but I was never going to do network marketing. I don't know, Plexus must just get a lot of skeptics because none of us were ever going to do it. And I thought, maybe I'm already telling people, I'll just kind of keep telling people and, see what happens with this. I didn't want to be pushy because, we all have friends that do network marketing and you kind of avoid them like the plague because you're like, I don't have another party. But once I found out that I could continue working as a nurse practitioner, I had at that time a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, I ended up getting pregnant again, I now have an 8-month-old. And I found that I can squeeze this in, literally nooks and crannies. It's not like I have all this extra time on my hand, but it's definitely something I've been so passionate about. It has changed my family physically and now financially. It's been such a huge asset to us. So that's a little bit about my story. I think that's it. Yeah.
So he's really, really, really funny. So people are really disappointed not to have Brian Schweitzer stories anymore. But you guys think about people in your lives that that struggle with digestive issues. We all know people that have those kind of issues, right? We all know people that are wanting to lose inches after having a baby, or maybe their baby's 15 and they're still, holding on to that baby weight. We all know people who can benefit from these products. So thank you, Nikki, for being so vulnerable and sharing your story. I'm so excited for you guys to hear from Emerald Ambassador Sammy Creech as she shares her story.
Like she said, my name is Sammy Creech. I'm an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. By trade, I'm a nurse as well. However, I did not research a thing. I started
desperate.
I was desperate. I had my middle son, who is 5 now, was 8 months old at the time, and he was my last one. We know how that goes. And so it was literally cheesecake for breakfast, Italian or Mexican for lunch every day. I was taking full advantage of the ability to eat whatever I wanted. Oddly enough, though, the later on in your life that you have babies, the weight doesn't come off as well. So I was really struggling with that. 9 months later, I was still wearing maternity clothes. And that was just not a good look for me. I was way too vain for that, and I'll be honest. But the thing that kept me with Plexus was the fact it came with all these extras. I had no idea. So I started it for weight loss. What ended up happening is I became the mom that actually went outside. Those 60-degree days we get between the ice storms and snowstorms in Missouri? On those really nice days, I was going outside with my kids. There is no longer that indention in the corner of the couch where I sat all the time, just praying 6 o'clock was bedtime. And I was a digestive issue girl as well, had been since before high school. I'm pretty sure GasX stock dropped when I started taking Plexus. It was in my purse, my desk, everywhere, in my car, everywhere, and I lived on that stuff. So now I'm the girl that my pants fit the same way as they did when I put them on in the morning. I'm not bloated 3 or 4 inches in my stomach every night. I make, regularity in my system is huge for me. So it's all the extras that came along with it. And secondary, yeah, I lost some weight, big deal. I don't have that vice grip on my head every day. Just the little things that added up that made me realize, wow, I felt really bad, and I thought that was gonna be life. But it doesn't have to be, which is the great thing. It's very cliche, but I didn't know how bad I felt until I started feeling better.
Thank you so much. So, you guys, again, do you know people that struggle with the gas and the bloating and wanting to lose the baby weight? Think if Sammy's sponsor, her friend, had not shared Plexus with her. Think about, GasX would still be doing pretty well, right? She's trying to put him out of business. Think about those people in your lives that could benefit from this. Think about if you said yes to Plexus and you were willing to tell people about Plexus, how much hope you could bring to people, how much you could improve the quality of their life. Now, if you are a guest tonight, make sure that you talk to the ambassador that invited you and ask them what products would work best for your health concerns and your health goals, because they can help steer you in the right direction. I am so grateful that Plexus was shared with me because of the health transformation that I have felt. Things I wasn't looking for, like Sammy said, I totally started for the weight loss, but found out it made me a better mom, more patient, more energy, all of those things that we're really wanting to provide our kids. So thank you both for sharing your stories. Let's give them another round of applause. All right, so before we go on though, we need to give away some more stuff. Does anybody want a prize? Woo! Okay, so I might be stealing this one, but I really want to do it right now. So sorry if you have to come up with something else, Emily. I just really want to know right now because we've been talking about weight loss, the giveaways though. Oh yeah, okay, then we're good. So I want to know, those of you that have been taking Plexus either as a customer or an ambassador, is there anybody in the room that has lost 25 pounds? Go ahead and stand up, or more, 25 or more. Okay. Remain standing if you've lost 50 or more pounds with Plexus. Okay, what about 75 pounds or more? Okay, so we have 2 right now. No, keep standing. Now, do we have 100 pounds or more? Okay, so it's between you two. How much have you lost?
76.
70. Amazing. And how much have you lost?
81.
80.
Wow.
I think that those are 2 very close and very impressive success stories. So you guys are both winners, right? Huge congratulations, you guys. Huge congratulations.
I love that. I have to give Sammy a quick shout out because I'm so thankful she was not afraid and she put her fears. I've been seeing her in a while. Like, I'm in Florida and she's here and she's actually in my upline, and I'm forever thankful for her because if she would have let all her fears hold her back, I wouldn't be here with you guys and my whole life would not be changed. So, just have to.
Oh.
So, it's amazing to know that you got a part and changing thousands of people's lives, just kind of like that, stop crying. And just like when you guys raised your hand that you're on Jacqueline and Emily's team, it's because they put aside all those fears and they decided to say, yes, I'm going to do Plexus and I'm going to share this gift of these products in this business. And I know I personally have over 8,000 people on my team, and it's just amazing the ripple effect that because that one day I decided to share Plexus, I now have that many people whose lives have been changed, and I've lost count of the mamas that have come home from their full-time working jobs to be full-time stay-at-home moms with their babies just like I did, and that's, I know, my passion and mission, and I know Jacqueline's. Those are kind of our personal mission. So I had a lot of reasons why I couldn't do this business, didn't want to do this business. I was busy. I was kind of worried about what people would think, even though I typically don't worry about that. Those are just normal fears. But I saw this vision, and I saw this company and this opportunity plan and the people that were in this company, just like you heard these stories. I trusted them. You know, Sammy was a nurse. I was like, well, if she's a nurse, I'm just gonna do this, you know? Like, she obviously looked at the products, which she didn't. But so it just speaks to the quality of people that we attract, you know, nurse practitioner, RN, like, those are amazing people that have these amazing careers they worked for so hard and they're choosing to join us. So I saw that and I thought, just like all of you, what if? And I made that decision to just jump all in, and it has changed everything for my family. My husband is now home from corporate America, and he took over my real estate job with my mom, so that's really an interesting dynamic to watch work together every day. But it's now he's happy. It's something he always wanted to do, but if you don't know real estate, you don't get a paycheck every Friday. And he was the one with the solid 9-to-5 corporate America job. And so I would never let him quit, even though he was super miserable in his job and they worked him way too hard. He missed the first year of our daughter's life because he traveled across the country Monday through Friday. And sometimes they made him stay on weekends. So it's just incredible because he said to me, we have 2 little girls now, and he has never missed a day of the second one's life. And he said, wow, I just can't imagine what it would have been like if I had this with her first. So, I'm normally this emotional. Thanks,
Well,
Jack.
I'm gonna blame it on this crowd. I don't know. You guys have all these like sweet faces. I don't know.
She started it off, you know, crying. But, you know, we could all have a million excuses why maybe we can't do this. We don't think we can. We're not sure. We're too busy. If you're too busy, that's your biggest reason to do this business, because you're never going to be less busy if you stay where you are. And I knew that was my situation with my family. I was going to be feeling the same way. I was never going to be able to be at all of our kids' stuff. We weren't going to be able to save for college if we kept on the same path we were on. So all your reasons not to do this are all your reasons to do this. So we have some interesting statistics for you guys. You can skip to have 1 or 2 minutes. So some stats that are, I think the first one is really staggering, that a new home-based business like Plexus or network marketing company is started every 12 seconds. Every 12 seconds. That means somebody else is seeing that there is a better way. So it's becoming very, very mainstream where we say it's not your mama's MLM. I had a friend join and her mom did an MLM in the 80s and literally had a garage full of inventory. And I said, that's not what we do. So more people are starting to see that we have a better way. There are 38 million home-based businesses in the US alone. 70% of home-based businesses succeed within 3 years. I'll prove that. We made it to the top of the company in less than 3 years versus 30% of regular businesses. And I don't know, I'm sure we all know somebody that started a traditional business and took out a huge business loan, a mortgage against their home. I know personally a couple friends that did that and they failed within 2 years and now have a 6-figure loan to pay back. So the success rate versus home-based versus a traditional is so much higher with way less investment. 44% of home-based businesses are started for under $5,000, which we are a complete fraction of $5,000. You're going to be shocked. Like we said, $34.95, and a lot of people say $3,495 to start Plexus with you. I'm like, no, $35. 70% of Americans would prefer to be self-employed. I'm pretty sure that's like 100%, but the statistics are 70%. So what is social marketing? That is what we do. That is how we build our business. It's word of mouth. And we do that all the time, and we just don't get paid. I have lots of favorite things that are not Plexus, and I share, and my friends go by, and I never get a check from that company. I share Plexus, I'm the messenger, and they pay us really, really generously just to be messengers of Plexus. It's an effective distribution system that cuts out the middleman, and it's allowing us to bring you guys a higher quality product when we cut out the middleman. So we're not paying celebrity endorsements, we're not paying all these other extra steps that traditional from the warehouse to the retailer do. So we're able to provide a much better, higher quality product and cut out all of those extra expenses. So you guys all know, so what is cutting out the middleman? That's cutting out the wholesaler, the warehouser, their advertiser, and just going, so Plexus goes our warehouse to your doorstep. And that's how they're able to pay us so generously, and you get these amazing products that probably should be priced way higher for the quality of products that you get. Because they pay us as the messenger. Because word of mouth is powerful. I know I will buy something word of mouth over something advertised. Because if I know Jacqueline loved it, I don't even have to research it. I'm like, oh, give me their website and I'm just gonna go buy it. So that's what we do. We just share word of mouth. We have a completely online website-based business, and that's social marketing, and it is the way of the future. If you guys all are on Facebook, which we probably all are, how many of you guys have bought like an ad? Facebook ad. I have. It works, right? That's social marketing. So we have a proven system of success with Plexus. We are low cost. It's $34.95 to join, and that is your whole entire business for a year. So $35, you get your website, your tools, your resources, your everything you need to be successful. You get an entire support team with the team you join. You have everything at your fingertips to make this work for $34.95. And Jacqueline and I, that's all we pay once a year to renew our business, our several six-figure business. It's pretty amazing. That's what drew me in. All of these things that you see right here are the reason I joined, because I thought network marketing was the opposite of all this. I would have to pay a lot. I would have to stock products. I'd have to be a delivery person. We don't do that. I have friends that run out of product and they say, I'm gonna swing by your house, I'm gonna pick up some Slim. And I say, no, you can go on my website and order, because I don't keep any products at my home except the ones my husband and I take, and then my kids take the vitamins. So I purchase our products every month, that's it, not thousands and thousands of dollars of inventory. That's all in Arizona at the warehouse, and it gets shipped direct to you. We have highly consumable products. You've heard the stories, there's thousands and thousands more like them. People need and want our products, and when they get on our products and their life has changed, they will never miss a day. So that's what's really important when you're looking at a company. Are these products something that somebody would constantly, every month, month over month, want and order? Because that's gonna help you build a successful business. And I know I have so many people that join that a week into the product say, I'm never missing a day of this. And they'll budget it in their highest expense months of birthdays and Christmas just so they can order their Plexus. And that speaks volumes of the products that we have out there. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You have an incredible support system when you join our company. You don't just sign up and we just go, okay, go do it. You have a solid system and leaders in Plexus that want you to be successful. You can build alongside your current job. You guys have heard, I know Sammy built alongside her job. Busy and P over here is still building it alongside her job. She could easily say, I don't have time for this. And I have 3 kids, this is too much. You truly can work this alongside your busy life. And we are one Plexus. Jacqueline and I, we love each other, we've become very dear friends, but we're not on each other's team. And we help each other a lot with each other's teams, and we don't make a cent off each other. So that's the culture of our company, is that everybody really wants everyone just to be better, and we want everybody to love Plexus, and we work together. I've just never seen a company where there's literally no competition, because when I was in real estate, there's lots of competition, and we're all supposed to be out there for the same mission, but truly you see that. And so we have that hashtag of One Plexus. I'm gonna put it back to Jacqueline.
All right. And that's one of my favorite things too, you guys. Just that this is so different than other network marketing companies. Just that we're all one big happy family. And I do want to point out, just as a side note, if you're in the Kansas City area, we have a Facebook page. If you're not on it, it's hashtag OnePlexus Kansas City. Request to join it, because we've got monthly events and we want you to be a part of that. We're here to help you out. So just a side note there.
And we actually went Diamond the same month, and we cheered each other on along with another friend. And I know Our other friend Amy went diamond first, and she wasn't even happy. She goes, "I'll be happy when you make it with me." And she's not even on my team, or her team. So it really speaks volumes of the culture that we have.
It's one of my favorite things. Okay, you guys, so another time, it's time for more testimonials. Are you guys good with that? You want to hear from some more people? Bring some more people up here? Okay. All right, so this time I want you guys to hear from some people talking a little bit more about what the business has done for them. So at this time, I would like to invite my friend Tracy Stein, Emerald Ambassador, to the stage.
Thank you, ladies. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tracy Stein, Emerald Ambassador, a wife and stay-at-home mama of 4 kiddos. So for all of those of you say you're too busy, you're not too busy. I could stand up here and tell you all about my health testimony because that's what brought me to Plexus. I started these products for one tiny goal. I needed some energy. I was a tired mama, and I just wanted to feel better. Just feel better. And I got that, but I'm not here to tell you about that tonight. I'm here to tell you about what this business has done for me. So I gotta take you back to who I was before I started Plexus. Why, when you get up here, you get emotional?
I know.
What is wrong with me? But I have to tell you who I was because I was a happy mom. I was a happy person. I loved being a stay-at-home mom. It was my job, and I owned it. I was a busy mama who took that stroller and went out with my kids and did everything I could. But there was something that was holding me back from being happy. A dirty, fat little word called guilt. Guilt's heavy, y'all, and I carried that with me every single day. Guilt, not using my degree. Guilt, not helping financially with my family. Guilt for not staying within my budget. Guilty, felt guilty when I was spending money on myself. So that guilt weighed heavy, and I'd started the products and I was loving them. I had a conversation with my sponsor and friend, and she started sharing the compensation plan with me. And she didn't know about that guilt, but it got the wheels turning. You see, I put network marketing in this tiny box like the rest of you, and I didn't fit in that box. I didn't want in that box. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I didn't want to be away from my family. I didn't want to take that time away. But what happened was when she started telling me about that compensation plan, I started realizing that I could live without that guilt. I could live with that possible financial freedom that everyone talks about. And so that's what I started to do. So in March of 2015, with a lot of prayer and support from my husband, I jumped into this business. And let me tell you, I went quick because I had goals and a drive. In June of 2015, Plexus announced a Leaders Retreat contest. And in October of that year, we would go to Washington, D.C. if you earned that trip. Well, in September of that year would have been our 10-year wedding anniversary, and we'd already been discussing that we probably wouldn't be able to afford a vacation. So I thought if I worked just a little bit, I could earn enough income to help us have a staycation. Well, I worked really hard, and I earned us a trip to Washington, D.C. That was just 3 weeks after our 10-year anniversary. After 2 years of hard work and dedication and determination, I promoted to Emerald in July of 2017. In September of 2017, I took my husband to Hawaii for our anniversary. And I already earned that trip for us again in September this year. Woo! And what you guys have to realize is our anniversary falls while we're in Hawaii the last 2 years. So this business was brought to me from the products. That's where I started. I saw potential. I have gained incredible relationships because of this business, okay? My team is amazing, and it all started because I was a tired mama who took a leap of faith on a tiny little pink drink. The greatest blessing of all of this for me is living guilt-free. Being able to provide financially for my family, relieving the stress from my husband. And although I am still a minivan of mama, I think my husband appreciates that pretty white Plexus that he gets to drive every single day.
I don't know what's worse, if you're up here and you start tearing up, or when you watch your friend up here start to tear up and you're sitting off to the side realizing you have to stand back up and talk again. What a story, right? She took a leap of faith and changed everything for her family. That's absolutely incredible. Thank you, Tracy, for sharing.
I don't know if we have much more to say after all that. Like, that
No,
was
I can't
everything
really.
She did it perfectly tonight in a 5-minute nutshell.
Wow. Okay, so I'm excited we get to have one more. You guys get to hear from one more friend of mine, Brittany Shockey, like hockey. I have to say that in my head. You guys, if you saw the way her last name was spelled, you'd be saying the same thing. Oh yeah, there's a Z and a C and an H and another C and another H. Yeah, so good job, Jacqueline. Shockey like hockey. And Brittany's gonna share her story with us.
Can you guys hear me now? So I'm just gonna start crying right now because then I'll get it out of the way. Right? Don't have to worry about that later. Can everybody stand up for a second? Or more? I am. That'll make more sense in a minute. Can I tell you more about who I am? So, if you know me, you know that I'm very organized and detail-oriented, and also a people person. So, up until last summer, and I have my notes here because I don't want to leave anything out. Up until last summer, I was a project manager at an academic medical center, right down the street if you happen to know the city. And we worked in research, and so I supported software engineers. So I don't write code at all, but I'm a people person, so I was a great fit for the team, right? Like you have picture software engineers, I'm sure you are, and then there's me. I'm like, hey guys, let's stand up and stretch, right? So when Plexus came into my life, it really, really changed things. As my health started to improve, like with Slim and X Factor Plus down here and all these great things, I had more energy. I think a lot of people do, right? And so that meant amazing things for my yoga practice. That meant that I was doing more yoga, I was getting to my mat more, I was making more friends, and I was also practicing in more varied formats, like not just what you picture somebody sitting there with their legs crossed or like a pretzel pose, right? I don't do that at all. But my whole life, well, not my whole life, but since I started taking yoga like in college, like late college, I always wanted to teach it. I love it that much. When you love something, you want to share it with people, right? But the timing was never right. So up until about a year and a half ago, I enrolled in a yoga sculpt training, which is like yoga on edge, like a bottle of edge, basically. It's not your typical yoga. It's kind of like boot campy, but it's a lot of fun. It's a ton of fun. Erin knows. Yeah, she does. Abby's gonna find out. Yes, you are. So after that, I also did a 200-hour training, which is like the more typical, you know, like yoga training, like the classes you take at the Y or wherever. So that has been awesome for me, and last June was my last day as a project manager. I resigned. And now I teach yoga throughout Kansas City 5 days a week. Namaste. So what I did as a project manager was awesome. We worked in medical research to make medicine happen faster and more efficiently, which is amazing. Like that needs to happen, right? There's breakthroughs happening all the time, and it needs to be brought into the doctor's office and to you as patients, to all of us, right? So that was awesome, but it didn't feed my soul. Like, yes, I'm helping people, yes, I'm contributing to society, but what I love is meeting people on their mat, you know, sharing time and energy with them as they are improving their health. And so every time people come to a yoga class, I thank them. And then every time I talk to people about their issues, their gut health, whatever's going on, I thank them. I express my gratitude for that. Because that is what fills my cup, and I love it. So Plexus also fills my cup, right, every morning, a little pink drink. But it also has filled my cup because I have the opportunity to help people with their help, but it also helps my income as a yoga teacher, full-time now. So, without crying, what I'm going to tell you is that sometimes the universe illuminates a path for you in front of you, but it only lets you see a little bit ahead, right? Not the whole thing. And I never thought that I would be up here, like right on the stage talking to you, really trying not to cry or laugh or say anything inappropriate, but it has. And I'm here, and so I encourage each one of you in this room to consider that possibility for you. And think about what your path may be, you just can't see it yet. Namaste.
She's a legit yoga teacher. I have taken her class, and it is tough. So she's doing some good stuff out there. So we're all better off having Brittany as a yoga instructor. Oh, you guys, I love these stories. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, so with that, I want to talk about our compensation plan. This is what has led to these ladies, Lynn and I, both just having an incredible income. Oh my goodness. This compensation plan, when I first looked at it, I'm like, what?
It was like Chinese to me.
Yeah, what? I didn't understand it, and a lot of times when I was explaining it to people as they were jumping on, I'm like, I don't really understand it. I just know that when I calculate what I thought I was going to get paid, it was always more. I was always forgetting about a way we got paid. Because we get paid 11 different possible ways. And so you can see the list up here. This includes bonuses when you sign up preferred customers. This includes your typical commission that you can earn. Business building bonuses when people join your team. When you rank up, you get bonuses for achieving a promotion. There's all sorts of different ways that you can earn income with Plexus. And a super fun one is one that I wish I could take into my everyday life as a mom. We are able to kind of clone ourselves in Plexus. Once you reach Diamond and you hit a certain level in that, you get to actually re-enter under yourself and start all over again and build a business as a brand new ambassador. So that work that you're doing is actually, you're getting paid on it twice because you're a brand new ambassador under yourself. And Lynn and I have both done that, and
we signed Jacqueline number 2 and Lynn number 2.
Yeah, I know, pretty amazing, right? I wish I had that at home. Like, I could really use some help with the kids. I could really use Jacqueline 2.0, but thankfully I at least get Jacqueline 2.0 within Plexus. So, okay, check this out. Now, this is the annual income on average for Plexus ambassadors. And I think what's really telling is if you have a mathematical brain or if you have a calculator on your phone, taking these numbers and dividing them by 12 so you can get an idea of what that income looks like every single month. Now this is what kind of plays into this and what I think is so incredible. When I was a teacher, I got paid once a month. With Plexus, I get paid once a month and once a week, for a total of 5 paychecks every single month, which is awesome. Okay, so I want to not only point out these ranges of income, but also congratulate you guys for reaching each of these ranks. So, if you are a silver ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, would you please stand? Yes. You guys, these people found 3 people to join them. They found friends, family to join them, and they promoted to Silver Ambassador. And you guys, a Silver Ambassador on average is bringing in almost $4,000 a year. That's nothing to scoff at, right? That's a big deal. That's amazing. And divide that by 12, that's life-changing. All right, so let's see our Gold Ambassadors. Stand up if you are a Gold Ambassador. A year is pretty amazing. Congratulations, that's amazing. All right, our Senior Gold Ambassadors, would you please stand? Absolutely amazing. Almost $20,000 a year. Way to go, way to go. All right, our Gems So where are our Ruby ambassadors? Stand up if you are a Ruby ambassador. $30,000 a year. That's incredible. Senior Ruby ambassadors, would you please stand? Now don't sit down yet. You guys are like already feeling the Hawaiian breeze and like tasting the pineapple and getting ready to swim with turtles, right? You guys there on the cusp of a Hawaii trip, which is incredible. But look at that income. $50,000 a year. Senior Ruby ambassadors. Awesome, you guys. Congratulations. All right, Emerald ambassadors. Do we have any Emerald ambassadors out there? Yeah, it's really rough when you earn a Lexus. It might be rough when you have to hand the keys over to your husband because you have to drive a minivan because you have a million kids. She has one more than me, but that seems like a million. My 3 seem like a million. Yeah, that's rough, and then that trip to Maui is pretty rough too. So yeah, $100,000 a year, pretty nice. Sapphire ambassadors. You want to be Sapphire ambassadors? No? And where? Not yet. We've got some almost. And our Diamond ambassador in the crowd. Amazing. That income is amazing, you guys. What more can I say about that? And we kind of want to talk a little bit about what I just touched on, the perks that go along with a Plexus business. So not only that amazing income, but also, like we said, the Lexus that you can earn. You can earn a trip to Hawaii every single year. You can earn a trip to Leaders Retreat that Tracy talked about, and it's in different places every year. My first year, when Tracy, it was her first year as well, we were in Washington, D.C. This social studies teacher loved that. The next year, we were in Dallas. Last year, we were in Orlando. So it takes you places. Took us to Oklahoma City, yes. Brought Lynn to Kansas City. All the trips and the traveling and seeing new places are absolutely amazing. And then within those, we also have convention, and then I mentioned the Leaders Retreat. You can earn prizes as you earn those trips. And Lynn and I and Emily have had a little bit of fun with shopping sprees that we've earned. Nordstrom and Bloomingdale's, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So there are a lot of perks that go along with working really hard and building a strong, successful Plexus business.
Like I never thought. Jacqueline's also a 2-time, and you were, right?
3.
3.
Oh.
3. Yeah, and 2-time, yeah, and we're 2-time, 3-time shopping spree earners. I would have never imagined that. I remember last year it was at Bloomingdale's, and it was $3,000, and out of college, I went to Orlando for college, and there was a Bloomingdale's there, and I remember walking in, and I literally walked right back out, and I thought, who has money to spend at this place? A shirt was like $400, and sure enough, we were all there last year, and I'm just so thankful. That was never reality. Yeah. But we already have this amazing comp plan, but we have these perks that are just amazing. I started for the income. I started for a couple extra $100 a month, and what we've gained from it is just amazing. And I drive a Plexus Lexus. My husband drives a Plexus Lexus. We've gone to Hawaii. We're going for our 4th time this year. We were here. We get to do all this really fun stuff that just is super fulfilling for me, because if I was going to step away from a really successful real estate career, I couldn't just be a stay-at-home mom, and I know that's the biggest job ever. I found that out, but I really relate to some of you ladies that shared, you felt guilty. I felt guilty going to Target because I was like, this is not my money anymore. It's my husband's money. And Target is super hard to spend $20. You want to go and spend $300. And so that fulfilled that passion and void I was missing, because I had always worked my whole life to have that successful business and career and still be at the kindergarten class reading my daughter a story at 10 a.m. And the perks of friendship are something I never imagined. I was like, I'm just joining Plexus, it's gonna change my life. And the income, and now I have so many new best friends like Jacqueline and Emily. And I didn't know Sammy before Plexus, and we're super close. And these things that you just never imagined when you click Join Plexus.
So many awesome benefits. And before we go on, one of the we want to give you some perks because we still have 2 giveaways,
Oh yeah,
right?
let's do those before we wrap up.
Yeah, let's definitely do that. You want to do it? You got something ready?
Oh, what's a good question?
What about, are there any middle school teachers out there? Because I love you. Stand up if you're a middle school teacher. Okay, we've got a couple, so now we're going to have to, okay, great, yeah. That's a hard job, you guys. I loved my 8th graders, but some of them had some attitudes and some of them were stinky.
Are any of them a guest?
Okay, are any of you teachers a guest? Okay, anybody teach social studies? Middle school social studies now? You used to? Special education? Okay, right there's middle school special education. Okay, you win one. Let's give her a round of applause.
Sure. Jacqueline said, do you want to ask your question you asked last night? Has anyone, I'm from Neptune Beach, Florida. Most people don't know where exactly it is. Has anyone ever been to Neptune Beach?
Stand up if that's you, if you've been to Neptune Beach, Florida.
You have?
Oh, good.
Whoa, oh, so how do we?
Have you been there more than once? Remain standing. It's a Florida girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll pick it Florida.
Yeah, there you go, Florida girl.
Last night we only had 1 person, and our ex-husband was stationed at the Navy base a couple miles away. So I was like, oh, I didn't think anyone in the city would have ever been to Neptune Beach.
Well, and one of the questions I had to ask there, and I can't ask here, is anybody a Jayhawk fan? And the crowd just like, yeah, here, yeah, right, we're in good company. But there, everybody just kind of stared at me, and I'm like, you guys, we just won the Big 12 again. And they're like, I know, they were so mad. But then I had one person stand up, and I'm like, yay, you're my people, you win. Those Sooners didn't really like me talking about our Big 12 championships, but. Oh, no.
So, okay. You guys have 3 ways to get involved with Plexus and join Plexus. If that's something, you've been listening, you're like, okay, so how would I do that? There are 2 ways as a customer that you can try the products. So you can be a preferred customer, you get a monthly auto ship. The auto ship just means that you never miss your products because all of our products are 30-day supplies. So, they're not locking you into something and you're just having all this extra stuff. You truly run 30-day to 30-day. And you get a really good discount, and that's called a preferred customer. And then we have our retail customer option that's truly just like a one-time, I'm just gonna try this stuff. There's no auto ship, but you also pay the most amount of money for our products. And then we have the ambassador option, which all of us skeptics are also super cheap, I think. And we wanted the best deal. So you can join as an ambassador for $34.95, not monthly, just once a year. To join as an ambassador, and you have this incredible opportunity to take advantage of this business that we have for that $34.95. I know I have a lot of people join me and they're like, I might do the business, I just want the discount, and a couple days in they're like, so what do I need to do now to share and do the business? I'm like, you're already signed up, you're good to go, there's no catches, there's nothing extra. That $34.95 that you paid sets you up for the business if you choose to share. And I have a lot of people that choose to share, even if it's just with 3 people, their best friend, their mom, their sister, because they see that they can share these products and they want their closest friends to get on board with them. And if they do that, they make silver income for that month that they get those 3 people to just join them. So those are our 3 options and ways that you can join us. Obviously, I'm super passionate about the ambassador option because it's changed my life. And just knowing for that really small investment, if I just share, I don't have to share with 5,000 people. I can just share with Jacqueline and my sister, my mom, and make some great money to cover my products. So
yeah, so you guys, and not everybody has to want to go all the way to Diamond and do what we've done. Some of you, just getting your products covered sounds amazing. That's totally doable. We can show you how to do that. Some of you think a few $100s a month would be life-changing, a few $1,000s. We can show you how to do that.
There's a place for everybody. You don't have to join and go diamond. Like, you can join and meet that goal of making $1,000 a month, and that's very doable.
We're not about pressure. If you noticed, we didn't lock the doors when you got into the room, right? It's not one of those kind of companies. The doors are open. You're free to leave. We are not pressuring. We just
and there's nothing to buy.
Yeah. No.
To buy
No. You can't. Yeah. You can't hand over money to. I mean, you can, but you don't need to.
We take tips.
Yeah, we'll take tips now. So I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for our guests that came tonight. Can we give our guests a round of applause? Thank you so much for spending your evening with us, coming out. I know a lot of you guys saw who was coming to Kansas City to share for this opportunity tour, and you're like, Lynn Allen, yay, and Jacqueline Stanley that I hear from every day. And then you saw that we had our CEO of Plexus Worldwide that was going to be in town, and you were like, okay, I'm going to be there. That sounds amazing. So I introduced him last night. I feel like this works again for tonight, right? Tarl, you good with the man, the myth, the legend, our CEO, Tarl Robinson.
Wow, thanks, ladies. Jacqueline, Lynn, really appreciate it. And holy cow, gentlemen, music to an entry. That's something. And wow, you all have been working 2 shows up here tonight. That's great. Well, hello over here. The people who just joined us on this side of the room, welcome. Well, looking forward to meeting a lot of you tonight after the show, and hope you've been enjoying so far what we've been presenting from the Health and Happiness. And wanted to also take a minute to thank Emily Fennell. Emily, where are you? Can we give a round for Emily? The local host always puts a lot of work into these events and getting everything together, bringing it all, and it's a great pleasure. And I found in my room came back from a walk around and came back to this beautiful gift bag sitting in the room that you must have had delivered. So thank you very much. But you know, I certainly was happy about the bottle of water and the bag of peanuts in there. But there was also a very nice gift that had Heart KC on it. I don't know how the socks, in case you haven't seen, the Heart KC socks. Yeah. I don't know how socks have become such a great gift, but they have. I've got a Sock of the Month club thing that arrives at the office. I'm becoming to a position where I'm kind of wealthy of socks at this point. And I need to kind of find one of those like cold feet clubs that maybe I can donate to.
Does it exist?
I'm going to start one if they don't. Well, great to be here. Kansas City, how you guys doing? It's been a while, yeah? We were chatting on the ride over here today, and I think it's been maybe 3 years since I've been here, but excited to be back. Great to see you all doing so well. Great to see an excited room of happy people here, so thanks for being here tonight. We started this week in Houston on Monday. We were in Dallas Tuesday, Oklahoma City yesterday. And we're here, so we're excited to be here and be with you tonight. When I arrived on Monday to Houston, the driver was sharing with me what those folks had gone through in 2017. It was, you know, I know many of us watched it on TV through the media, and some of us got the opportunity to help to some regard. And I know many of you helped through a donation through Plexus. And we much appreciate that, and they much appreciate it. But it was just great to hear a story of people linking arms. Because at the end of the story, that's what the family's helping each other. the community's helping each other. And as we're driving down the freeway, there's this big billboard that says Houston Strong as we're heading down towards the hotel. And I think that's, I think that's America, but I think that's us when adversity hits. And it makes me think of our Plexus family, a family that links arms, a family that when something doesn't go exactly as we planned, comes together to help one another. So one of the things I love about being here at Plexus is we get to have a family that links arms. So before we get started, I wanted to do, we'll ask you all a favor. When you see these ladies at the end of the evening, just give them a thank you, because they didn't have to be here tonight. They didn't have to get on a plane, and Jacqueline especially didn't have to get on a plane because she lives like 45 minutes away. But they took their time to come out and share with us, and they took their time to go to Kansas City, and so did 2 other Diamond Ambassadors in the nights before that don't really see a great benefit from what they do. I ran into Jacqueline at the Dallas airport, is that right? Yeah. She was coming in from here to come up to, I don't know why she didn't drive. We're gonna have to talk to her about this, but took a flight to Dallas so she could get up to Oklahoma City, and we ran into each other and got to catch up a little bit. And she shared with me that presenting at one of these meetings was kind of meeting one of her longtime goals. And we were talking about it, and I got on the plane and started thinking about it, that how awesome for her that she gets to meet a long-time goal, and she was so excited about it. And then I realized and was kind of saddened for her, because she probably thought she was going to get paid a little extra money for doing this thing. We're going to have to let her know that's not the case. We'll tell her after this tonight. But I saw the guest stand, just to raise a hand. Guests, you all out there? Let's give them a round. Yeah, thanks for coming tonight. Thanks for taking a look at what we do, the products, the opportunity. The person who brought you here probably, hopes you could benefit from one or the other. So we appreciate you guys coming out. If you have any more questions, check with them. I'm sure they'll direct you to the answers. Ambassadors, I know we got a lot of you in the house. Ambassadors, where are you? Awesome. House full of ambassadors. We love it. You guys share this opportunity. You all bring this out to all over the nation, all over Canada, all over Australia, New Zealand, all over the rattle through the
I know, I'm like, someone was talking about earthquakes last night.
Things you don't do and stay on stage with a room full of a lot of people.
So leave it to me to say the inappropriate things.
Our 2 twins. I've just really enjoyed the 2 twins this past couple of days. It's been great. Any captive guests? Anybody here against their will? These skeptics? Anybody that's really you? Room without a skeptic, it's hard to go in. So we appreciate you being here. Hopefully we shared something to redirect that a little bit for you tonight. This is our 10th year in business here at Plexus. So we've been around for 10 years, and we've been growing every year as we've been around. And last year was no different. Yeah, as a company grew by 6% in sales over 2016, which we were excited about. And we're on the same path. And I was with a friend, someone we do business with. We were heading out to lunch the other day, and he said, wouldn't you just like to slow down a little bit for a couple of years? He said, wouldn't you just like to, kind of stay status quo? And, we had a chuckle about it, and he was kind of tongue-in-cheek saying it. But, we really don't have that luxury. I really don't have the ability to show up here and ask a new silver who's been in the business for 3 months, can you just hold on for about 2 years while we, kind of pace things out? So it's an opportunity that's built to grow, and that we're building to grow, and we're building together to grow. So that's why we're so excited about this year and years to come. And 2018 looks like a great growth year. January was our best January to date by 15% over previous Januaries. And February is heading out to be the same as it wraps up and concluded. But the growth means change, and that's why the gentleman was asking me. You know, he knows that we've gone through a constant state of change. Year after year, as a company, we've had to been ready to embrace change. And along with the change comes challenges. And that means, you know, again to his point, why he's asking is, you gotta roll up your sleeves and be ready to do some work. And, you know, that's what we've been here ready to do. That's what we've been willing to do. And, you know, the one thing about the work is we're gonna do the work either way. No matter what we do, we're gonna do the work somewhere for somebody. And the great thing about what we're doing here is we've got people we want to link arms with. We've got a mission and a goal that we want to attain. We want to go after, health and happiness. You know, I think at a certain age you realize without health you don't have anything. You witness a parent go through a hard time. You might personally go through a health challenge. And you know when you go through a health challenge, you don't want to be on that side of things. But happiness, that's one thing we're very passionate about, very excited about, that we think people don't spend enough time thinking about for themselves. They don't spend enough time thinking about for their families. Is what we're doing going to improve our happiness? And so that's one thing we're really excited about moving forward and getting to get to new heights with. You know, with the challenges, we've been going through a few of our own lately. Had our challenges on the IT side. And, you know, we lost our CIO in late November, early December. He wanted to move to a different company to be closer to his family, which we certainly supported. But it left us in a tough spot to go out and quickly have a search and find somebody new to take over the leadership, take over the reins of our IT department to build our technical team out and build our technical side of our business, so it not only does the basics of our business, but that it grows our business. And we retained a search firm out of Dallas that specializes in IT, and I'm happy to report we found a new CIO, and he started on Monday. His name's Gareth Hooper, so we're excited about him joining the company. You know, one of the things we really liked about him, he's been in IT his whole life. He's from the UK. He came over here 25 years ago with Blockbuster and their IT team. Blockbuster Video, if you remember. He fortunately left in the mid-90s. One of the things he's been in network marketing the last 15 years of his career, and one of the things I was excited about when he got excited in the interview process was that he was sharing about projects he did that moved the needle for the field. Projects he did that had effect and helped people, took something that was a pain point and transformed it into something that was working for people. So we're very excited about him joining the team and what he'll do over the next 30 and 60 days and take us from getting the basics right to moving us down the road to IT transforming our business, IT leveraging our business, IT being something that moves your business for you. So we're looking forward to that. You know, this is always one of our favorite times of the year, into the new year, resolutions and people looking for change. And that's what we do as a company. We help people find change. But when we get to a new year, we often think back. We often reflect back on the previous year, and that's how we set some of those new goals. That's how we set some of those resolutions. And often we didn't get accomplished what we wanted to. So when we look back at 2017 and we think about, did we accomplish what we were set out to do that year for our finance? Or did we accomplish what we set out to do for our health in 2017? Or did we make any changes that we were hoping to accomplish for our family in a year? And when we look at that, and we didn't measure up to the goals that we were hoping to get to, we've got to ask ourselves something. We've got to ask ourselves, what are we prepared to do this year to make sure those goals happen for ourselves? Because without a change, I think we all know if we keep doing the same thing, we're going to get the same result. So if we put forward a goal and put in some change, we're going to get moving towards that goal of health and happiness. We want to make sure in 2018 we give our health and happiness the attention it needs. We give our families' health and happiness the attention it needs. When we have that right, we take that out to our communities. Appreciate being here today. Look forward to meeting you guys afterwards, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Charles. Okay, guys, we are coming to a close. Hang on just a sec. I know this clicker just doesn't work.
Technology.
Yay. It works really well for us, though. Just not on the slides. So where will your journey go, and where will you go on your journey? So it's said that 36% of Americans have no money saved for retirement. I know a lot of people that don't have money saved for retirement, and almost half of all Americans, would not be able to cover an unexpected expense of $500. I know before Plexus, that would have been a huge pain point between my husband and I if something popped up. Just last week, we had to put in a brand new AC system in our house and have to pay it fully. And to be able to do that without worry, you just can't put a price on that. Also, working past retirement age has become a huge reality for a lot of people. You know, it's not just work till you're 60 anymore, it's work till you're like 70, maybe 72, because most people have not been prepared along the way, and there's just, we work so hard and nothing seems to be left over every single month. I know I was there. Most of us don't even have college funds for our children. We don't even have anything left over to prepare for their future. And I know that was also us. We would meet with a financial planner and she's like, how much can you put toward? And we were like, nothing. And that was a really hard thing to swallow, like knowing that we just didn't have that, and now we do. And 38% of Americans are in credit card debt, and I would venture to say it's a lot more than that. And I heard a stat on the news the other day that it is a lot more than that, and it's like in the trillions of dollars. I'm pretty sure we're all been there, done that, or are already there. So tonight I just want you guys to ask yourself the question, what if? You know, like Emily started, what if? Just like Charles said, if what you're doing now, where's that gonna lead you in 5 years? Are you still gonna be in the same spot? Or is it gonna get you ahead in life? Are you gonna be where you wanna be with your goals? Are you gonna be in the same place in 5 years? I know that was a scary thought to me, and that's why I decided to jump on with Plexus, because I knew what we were currently doing was not working for us. So maybe you just need a couple extra $100, or maybe you heard our stories and said, I want to do that. I think I can do that, and that's what my family needs. Our goals and dreams for our life are bigger than where we are right now. We're living a life of freedom that I'm pretty sure all three of us never would have imagined, ever, ever, ever. And we just encourage you guys to take this all in with that open heart and open mind. And I'm a very firm believer that all of you guests here are here for a reason. I believe in timing, and that's meant to be that you are in these seats tonight. And your friends brought you not just to annoyingly bring you to a Plexus thing, they brought you because they love you. And they see what we see, and I always say, you know, if you're not in Plexus yet, you just don't know what we know yet. So hopefully tonight it kind of opened your eyes into what we know and love about Plexus. And we hope that you guys will get back with the person that brought you here tonight if you are interested in joining them. And we're just so thankful that you guys took 2 hours out of your Thursday night to be here with us, because I'm sure you're all busy. You could be doing so many other things, but you chose to be here. And we're just really thankful to have you guys all here. And I'm really thankful that I got to spend my evening here with you guys, and I've never been to Kansas City. And I love it, it's beautiful, and we're literally here for like 12 hours.
She's got to come back, right? She's got to come back to Kansas City. She loves this city.
I have to come back and visit my twin now, so.
Are you guys ready for some fun?
Yes.
Okay, so
got one guest. I'm going to be pulling 3 names out of this, and you guys might have to help me read them.
Yes. Can you not see them? No. Oh, it's really tiny print.
I can do it. Okay. We've got Stephanie Miller. Stephanie, Sammy's going to hand you a promo code for you to have a friend join you, and it waives the $34.95. So congratulations. All right, we've got another one, Tiffany Zool. And one more, Nona Postma. Congratulations! All right, that is fantastic. I'm super excited to see who gets to join your team after tonight. Now, some of you brought more than one guest. And if you did, we want to share 3 promo codes with you for 3 people to join your team, waiving the $34.95. So, if you brought 2 or more people tonight, please stand up. If you guys go ahead and make your way around, we will line up right here, and Jen and Sammy will be handing you guys your 3 promo codes.
And I'll be standing here if you don't want them, I'll take them.
Yeah. Hand them over here. Congratulations, guys. While they're getting their promo codes, I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. Like Lynn said, you were here for a reason. And like I said at the beginning, I sat there with those what ifs in my heart, and I'm hoping what if is in your heart now after this incredible information. I want to tell you that I'm standing here tonight with my what ifs answered. I can tell you that these products are real. I can tell you that they not only helped my husband, but countless others, and a lot of them in this room. I can tell you this business is real. I'm not just a stay-at-home mom now. I didn't even talk about my story much, but I was a special education teacher, and now I am not only a stay-at-home mom, but our family makes decisions now about what's important to us, not what fits into our budget. So I am so excited you guys are here, and I wanted to give a special thanks to our amazing Diamond Ambassadors. And Carl Robinson, wow, amazing to have the CEO here. Thank you. And I want to give a shout out to Matthew Aaron. You guys have not even seen him much, but he's been behind the scenes. He's a coach for corporate. Thank you so much for everything you've done, Matthew. Amazing.
Doesn't he look sharp too? Look at him.
Always, always. And my volunteer team, thank you so much. All of the people around wearing the pink lace, helping with everything. Thank you guys so much. And I am super excited to see what the next step in your Plexus journey is for all of you.